Hello.
Hello.
Ase?
Yes.
Am I saying your name right?
Ece.
AJ? AJ? Okay. Thank you. How are you today?
I'm okay. And you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
Have you been in one of my classes before?
No, it's first time.
Okay, okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Turkey.
Turkey. Wonderful. Oh, let's see. Did did you do the tutoring lesson with me last weekend? No?
No, never.
Okay. Sorry, someone with a very similar name from
Uh-huh.
Turkey. Okay, I apologize. Well, it's nice to meet you, and I'm glad you're here.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. We should have a full class tonight, so we'll wait just a moment to get started. And I will post the link in the chat, in the Verbling chat. So there's the link to access tonight's lesson. All right, here's a few more students. Oleg, hello.
Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Me too.
Good. And Anatoly, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I don't normally teach on Thursday, so it's kind of nice when I do get a couple new faces. So we should have a full class tonight, so we'll hold on just a minute to let everybody come. Tonight's topic is surrogacy.
Whoa.
Which is, yeah, big topic. It's a topic that I don't know much about. So I always enjoy that because I can learn something while I'm teaching, which is good. So are any of you familiar with the topic of surrogacy?
I'm studying right now.
Okay, wonderful. And hello, Carlos.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. And where are you from?
Argentina.
Argentina. Cool. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it is 5 minutes into the lesson. I don't want to wait too long for latecomers, so we'll go ahead and get started. The link is in the chat. I'll also screen share. These are discussion starters are a series of lessons from esllibrary.com. I like them because they do just what they are supposed to do. They start discussions. They're usually about a topic where people might have strong opinions. So there's a lot to talk about. But they also include a reading selection and a lot of vocabulary work. And this one even includes some grammar review of pronouns in relative clauses. So for tonight's lesson, We won't do much vocabulary or probably the grammar review. If there's time, we will. But the main focus is just to have a discussion for you to get lots of speaking practice. So that's why we're here. Leona, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. And where are you from?
I am from Argentina.
Oh, wonderful.
It's 2 o'clock here.
2 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
The land of Messi.
I have never been to Argentina, but during college I studied abroad in Chile. So I was very close, but quite different.
Yes, quite different.
All right, so a couple new faces. Really quick introduction. My name is Stephanie. I'm in my 7th year teaching, 5th year teaching English. Most of my teaching experience has been in the United States, but I am currently living in the Czech Republic, teaching English as a foreign language for the first time. So it's wonderful. I'm trying to learn Czech. It's very challenging. Yeah, so that's who I am. And let's get started. Again, the link is in the chat, and I will screen share. And we'll be talking about surrogacy tonight. Topic I know very little about. All right. So here we go. Surrogacy. Okay. So this starts with a quote to kind of get us thinking. It says, "A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take." By Cardinal Marmalade. Would anyone like to explain what this quote might mean?
Maybe that the role of mother is unique.
Yeah, well said. Very well said. I agree. Yeah. No one can be your mother, but a mother can be a nurse and a teacher and fill many roles. Wonderful. Great. All right, so let's go to the warm-up question. What is a surrogate mother? And open that up to anyone. Of course, taking a guess.
It's a woman who bring a child for another family.
Yeah, great. Well said again. Yes, so someone who is carrying a child for someone who maybe can't have their own children. Good. Second warm-up question. How much, if anything, should a surrogate mother charge? It's a lot of work to carry a baby, as far as I'm aware. I don't know myself, but it sounds like quite an ordeal. So some women are surrogate mothers in order to earn money. What do you think a surrogate mother should charge? How much money should she make?
I don't know exactly, but everything has a price, and you should check the market and see how much money they make. I heard $40,000, 50,000, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, good, interesting. Yeah, anyone else?
I have no idea how much it should be.
Me
But
either.
it definitely should be really expensive because 9 months you should bring the child for another people. Don't know.
Mm-hmm. So a surrogate mother could charge quite a lot. Good.
Do we have any approximate prices?
I don't know. I would just from what Carlos said, that's all I know. So 40,000, maybe
I
50,000.
think Ricky Martin paid 40,000, but I am not sure. For example, that.
Oh well,
Ricky Martin.
I didn't know that he used a surrogate mother.
Yes,
Cool.
he has twins.
Oh wow, I didn't know. Thanks. I don't know if that would be enough money for me, personally.
Really, you wouldn't do that for $50,000? No?
I don't know. Maybe I
I
would.
think it's a lot of
Maybe.
money.
Yes, but it's 9 months of your life, and it's quite an ordeal. I mean, it's life-changing, from what I understand. And I don't know. Maybe I would. That would almost pay off my student loans, I suppose.
Yeah.
AJ, any comments?
I think it's too difficult to carry somebody's baby.
Mm-hmm.
You make a connection with the baby. Maybe at the end of the ninth month, you can't separate the baby.
Oh.
You don't want to give the baby
Away, yeah. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, so it's not only 9 months of changing your life, being sick, doctor's appointments, but then also giving away something that you've carried inside you. Yeah. Thank you. I hadn't thought of that. Good. Any other comments on the second question? Anyone? All right, let's go ahead to the third warm-up question. What reasons, besides infertility, might a couple or person have for hiring a surrogate mother?
Gay couples.
Mm-hmm.
In majority cases, it's only infertility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so infertility, gay couples.
Yeah, maybe. Only if it will be gay couple.
Any other reasons anyone could think of? I can't think of any others myself, but maybe we'll think of a few more as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we will skip the vocabulary. It's great vocabulary, but for the purpose of this lesson, I prefer to address vocabulary as it comes up. So we'll go on to the reading, and we'll pause after each paragraph for your questions about vocabulary, any of the vocabulary. There are 5 paragraphs, and I would like to ask volunteers to do the reading. Is there anyone who would like to take the first paragraph?
I can read.
Wonderful. Thank you, AJ. Will you read the first paragraph when you're ready?
So, how can I spell the first word?
Surrogate. Surrogate. So the stress falls on the first syllable. Surrogate.
A surrogate mother is a woman who becomes pregnant and delivers a baby for someone else. The surrogate may or may not know the intended parents. In some cases, the surrogate is genetically related to the baby because her egg is used. In other cases, in vitro fertilization is used. In this type of surrogacy, an embryo from the biological parent is implanted into the surrogate's womb, and she becomes the gestational mother.
Very nice, very nice. Very good pronunciation there, gestational. Excellent. So any questions or comments on this first paragraph?
Yeah, what does it mean, gestational? Gestational.
Yep, gestational. Gestation is the word that refers to the time that a baby is growing inside the mother. So in this case, it means the mother.
It's like pregnation.
Yeah, the mother who holds the baby in her, grows the baby, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
great.
a pregnant.
What's that?
Like a pregnant.
Yeah, like pregnant. Yep.
Teacher, what does mean womb?
Womb. It means it's the part of a body that carries the baby.
Okay, the matrix, or I don't.
It's so every woman has a womb. It's like the uterus, I think, is the scientific term.
The uterus.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I got it. Thank you.
Good. Good. Any other questions?
Nope.
All right, let's continue. A volunteer to read paragraph 2.
I want to read.
All right, Gilberto, go ahead.
Okay. Infertile couples, same-sex couples, single, and even fertile women use surrogates to start or grow their families. Some commissioning parents pay a fee to the surrogate. This is called a commercial arrangement and is usually used by infertile couples. Social surrogacy is a new trend used by wealthy fertile women who don't want to go through the physical change and discomfort of pregnancy and childbirth. Another type of arrangement is altruistic surrogacy. With this arrangement, a woman helps out a friend or loved one without requiring a payment, regardless of whether or not money is exchanged. Most surrogates say their service is a labor of love.
Excellent. Very nice. Thank you. Questions, comments on this paragraph? No questions?
No.
All right, great. Well, we'll go on. This was interesting to me. I hadn't thought about single people or women who simply don't want the physical changes. I guess so. That's another reason. Interesting. All right, paragraph 3.
That seems a little selfish, but okay.
Oh, what's that? Sorry.
That seems a little selfish to me.
It does. Yeah, I have to agree. I understand not wanting the physical changes and discomforts, but in that case, you could perhaps adopt a child that already exists. But who knows? Good. So a volunteer for paragraph 3?
I can
Yes,
read.
I can read.
Okay,
Okay.
Leonel, go ahead.
Should surrogacy, surrogacy,
Surrogacy.
surrogacy. Should surrogacy be regulated by the government? Commercial surrogacy is illegal in many countries, including China. Many wealthy Chinese couples hire American surrogates. Not only is commercial surrogacy legal in many United States, babies born in America become USA citizens. Others who are struggling with infertility turn to countries such as India or Thailand, where arrangements are less expensive and regulations aren't as strict. Without a contract, however, a surrogate has no obligation to relinquish
Mm-hmm.
the baby.
Very good, very good. Questions, comments on paragraph 3?
Relinquish.
Yeah, relinquish means to give up or give away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a, without a contract, as AJ said earlier, if a mother has a connection with the baby, they could decide not to give the baby to the people who paid.
Okay.
Good. Other questions? All right, excellent. We will carry on. Paragraph 4, someone to read, please.
Can I?
Yes, go ahead, Oleg.
While surrogacy arrangements often have happy endings, there are several things that can go wrong. Personality clashes, legal disagreements, and misunderstandings about expectation are just a few. What happens if the surrogate becomes pregnant with multiples? What if an ultrasound shows that the unborn baby has a disability? What if a baby is stillborn and money has already been exchanged? It's not uncommon for a surrogate to become emotionally attached to a baby. What if she changes her mind and disappears?
Excellent, thank you. All right, so a lot of problems with surrogacy. Any questions or comments on this paragraph?
I didn't understand the word stillborn.
Yes, stillborn is when a baby is born dead.
Oh,
Yeah, so very sad. Good. Any other questions?
Personality clashes. What does this mean?
That means a clash is like a fight or when something doesn't mix. So if two persons are different
Okay.
that don't get along or don't agree, that's a personality clash.
Okay, I get it.
some argues.
Say that again?
Some argues, I think. When people have an argue, some conflicts.
Oh, yeah, arrogant? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, yeah, when people have a argument or a conflict, yeah, argument.
But between who personality clashes?
Say that again, Thayer, and welcome.
Thank you, teacher. I'm sorry I'm so late
No,
because
we're happy you're here.
Okay. I ask about this phrase personality clashes. I mean personality clashes between the no baby and no mother, or between who?
I'm guessing between the people who paid for the surrogacy and the woman being the surrogate.
Okay.
I would like to let's quickly see what their vocabulary, what their definition is here. Personality clash would be
L.
yeah, this one, the last L. Yeah, a situation in which people don't get along due to personality types. So if one person is religious and another person isn't, that might be a big personality clash.
But do you think there is a connection between this? I mean, between the baby and the mother? She doesn't pregnant of him.
I think I think babies don't really have personalities yet. Maybe, I mean,
No,
a little bit.
no. I'm sorry, teacher. I talk about the spiritual connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Yeah.
think the mother will be feel like if she has a pregnant by herself.
Mm. Like if she has a connection with the baby.
I mean, when the mother be pregnant and born the baby, I think the connection between mother and baby be more strong. From the
Yeah.
mother, she doesn't pregnant in this baby, but just I don't know how I say that.
Yeah, like that when the mother gives birth, she feels very strongly for the baby.
Yeah, I think she has a feeling it is so strong with this new baby because she feel it is a part of her.
Yeah. I think that probably happens often. Yeah. Um, I think that might be one of the big problems with surrogacy. And AJ said earlier that happens, that women grow a connection with the baby while it's inside them. Good.
So in these cases, I think you need to choose professional surrogacy.
Yeah, that might be a solution, certainly. Yeah, definitely. Good, really good comments. Any other comments or questions on this paragraph? All right. One more paragraph, and may I have one more volunteer?
I can.
Wonderful. Thank you, Anatoly.
With so many what ifs, many people think surrogacy should be banned altogether. Some feel money and contracts should never be tied to a human life, while others say adoption is a more ethical option. Would these naysayers change their minds if they found themselves struggling with infertility?
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Questions or comments on this paragraph?
Naysayers, what does it mean, naysayers?
Yeah, naysayers. Nay is an old-fashioned way to say no in English. So naysayers are people who disagree or people who say no.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
I mean, but what if it is the new baby? It is a different. I mean, it is born a different from your cultural.
Mm. Mm. Interesting question. Yeah, that certainly seems possible, especially in paragraph 3. It says others. I had the same question when we read this sentence. You know, maybe you're going across cultures, so there's more likely to be problems. Yeah, it's certainly something to think of.
But there is other question. What if after this baby born, I mean, get birth, you don't like it? So what do you do?
That's a really good question. Yeah, if you don't like your baby, what do you do?
It depends how much money you spend.
Depends how much money you spend. So if you didn't spend very much, you can just throw the baby away?
Anyway, I think it will be expected baby, and when in situation when child very just was born, I think it will be lovely.
Yeah. I think hopefully you would put a lot of thought into this before you do it and be very, very certain that you want the baby and that you want it no matter what.
Yeah.
Good. Interesting. Great. All right. Any other comments before we go to the discussion questions? All right. I'm sort of interested, and you do not have to answer if you don't want to, but how do you have children yourselves? I do not have children myself.
I'm too.
What do you mean, teacher?
I mean, do you have children? Do you have a son or a daughter?
No.
Yes, I have one. I have son.
So Thayer, you have a son. Oleg, do you have any children?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. Thank you. Gilberto, do you have any children?
No, I don't have.
All right. And AJ, have you got any children?
No, I don't have to.
You don't have any either. Okay. Thank you. And Carlos, have you got any children?
No.
No children. How about you, Anatoly?
Yes, I have 2 children, daughter and son.
A son and a daughter. Okay, so we only have 2 parents in this conversation. Interesting. You can perhaps help us with a different perspective. Great. Thank you for answering that, everyone. All right, let's go to the discussion questions. First discussion question, how involved should surrogate mothers be after a child is born?
I think nothing participation ever.
I agree. For me, it will be zero. Zero.
But what is the difference between surrogate mother and adoption mother? Is there any difference?
Yes, there is a difference. With a surrogate mother, the mother is either paid to have the baby for someone else, or they do it out of the goodness of their heart. But with a surrogate mother, it's intentional. The pregnancy is on purpose with the agreement that the baby will go to different parents afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know. My question is the father, who is the father in this situation? The husband of surrogate mother or
No.
who?
Yeah,
No?
usually it's like, so let's say there's a husband and wife who find out they can't have children. They might hire a surrogate to carry a baby for them with the agreement that she'll give the baby up. In that case, the father might be the husband, like the husband might give sperm to the surrogate mother, but it's very medical. It's not like a romantic relationship. Or with a same-sex couple, let's say two gay men, they might also hire a surrogate to carry a baby for them. And one of them might be the biological father, or they may get sperm from somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
But I still think there's no connection. I mean, a spiritual connection between two.
Yeah, there may or may not be. I suppose the surrogate mother may develop a spiritual connection with the child simply because it's inside of her. But sometimes the surrogate mother doesn't technically have a biological connection. So the surrogate mother may have an egg put into her. So it's not her egg, and it's not her husband or lover's sperm, but she's just carrying the baby. Yeah, interesting. Anyone else, a comment or question or answer for that question?
I think it's really clearly you should to break any connections with surrogate mother. It will be more better to the child and your family in the future.
I think generally in the contract you specify these kind of things in the future.
Yeah.
You're going to specify if you are going to allow the surrogate mother to see regularly the baby or not.
Mm-hmm. So it's something that the people should talk about before any pregnancy even happens.
Sure. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. I agree personally. Though, what about in cases where the surrogate mother does develop a relationship or develops a connection to the child? In those cases, should there be any type of interaction?
What kind of connection?
Well, if the surrogate mother really feels strongly, if she begins to love the child.
But who cares?
Yeah, I don't want to be harsh. Sorry, but
I want to make one point.
You have your money. Go and live your life with your money. Come on, leave my baby with me. It's simple. It's simple. You got your money. That's it.
Yeah. So they should hold the integrity of the business agreement. Good. Anyone else? Any opinions or anything on that one?
Maybe.
Do you think is this common nowadays in the States, in your opinion?
It's not common enough that I've ever met anyone who's done it. I don't know anyone who has been a surrogate or who has hired a surrogate. But from the reading, it seems like it's more and more common, I guess. I think adoption is much more common. But I really don't know. Great. Well, question 2, what costs are involved in surrogacy?
Is it ethic question or about prices?
For question 2? Or
yeah.
Yeah, just costs. in just money, just prices.
Oh,
Not really ethical. This is a little bit of a softer question.
The ultrasounds, the studies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the doctor's bills, the ultrasounds, and all of that.
But I have a question. Is the money important in this case?
Anyone want to answer that?
Can you repeat?
I didn't understand.
Okay, is the money important in this case?
In the case of surrogacy, is money important?
Really, yeah.
Yes, it is, because the woman could be poor. So she might need the help to pay for the medical studies and.
Yeah.
But how kind of women do this, you think?
I personally, I think, as I think it was Leonel just said, or was that Carlos? I didn't see, but whoever just said the woman may be poor. The reason some surrogate mothers become surrogate mothers is because they are poor. For example, if I were to become a surrogate mother, it would be to pay off my student loans.
Yeah, but
and the money would certainly be very, very important to me. The money would be the reason.
Yeah, I understand this, but why we bear the child there born on his shoulder? You understand me, Teacher Stephanie?
Say it again.
I'm not.
Okay. Okay. Why we bear the new child this guilty? I mean, why? Because his mother, surrogacy mother, it is born, so she decided to born a child. And why? I mean, what is the fault with this child? Why we bear it this the born or this situation?
So you're asking more like, why put a child in this difficult situation?
Yes, why we put it in this life?
Well,
this already question to the clients and something like that. It's an ethical question.
Yeah, it's definitely an ethical question. My opinion, and this is just an opinion, would be that the child is actually probably quite lucky. Unlike a child who is up for adoption, a surrogate child was bought and paid for, or was really wanted by a person. If a person pays someone to grow a baby for them, they really, really want that child, and they probably will love that child and care for that child. And they're also likely quite rich, so the child will never go hungry. The child will have health care and food. That's my opinion. Anyone else?
Yeah, unique possibility to have great education and some other things. I am absolutely agree with Stephanie.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
All right, good question though. And so far, none of this has talked about the baby at all.
I can disagree with that opinion.
Yes.
The reason I think the love which have parents to their child is set on the nature. It is like instinct. I'm not sure about right pronunciation in English.
Instinct.
Instinct.
Instinct, yeah.
Yes. Okay. it's similar as my native language. And it is the reason why parents who bought their child using this way, it could be, yes, they also perhaps will be loving their child because they waited uh, his or her, but they don't have this instinct.
Interesting. Really good comment. So you're saying that even though the baby might be lucky to have a wealthy family that wants them, they're still unlucky in that they're missing the instinctual connection with a biological parent.
Yes.
Really good comment. Really good.
Well, I know someone that contract a surrogate service 20 years ago, and well, they pay all the cost for the biological mother when she was pregnant. All the cost, medical, food, all. And then 20 years later, the mother has tried to found her son.
Oh.
It's a hard situation because the mother tried to know his baby.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
So yeah, so the baby is an adult now, and they're having to deal with having their parents that they grew up with, and then suddenly this stranger finding them and kind of causing a problem in their life.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. AJ, any thoughts on this?
I don't have any idea.
All right. I hate to put people on the spot, but I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to say what they wish. And there is an echo. If you are not speaking, if you will just mute your mic until you want to speak, that should eliminate the echo. Thank you very much. Okay, really great comments. Let's continue. Question 3. What complications would occur if a commissioning couple became pregnant naturally while waiting for a baby to be born from a surrogate?
Cancel it.
Cancel it. Cancel the surrogacy.
It's kind of magic, yes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could be like a blessing or something very magical. Yeah, a blessing. But it would come with some problems, right? What would you do?
Well, they're going to have 2 babies now.
It's almost like finding out you're having twins.
Not exactly twins, but yes, you will have definitely 2 babies.
Yeah. So you think that you would have to take both. If you commissioned a baby and then became pregnant naturally, you have to take both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree ethically. Anyone else a different opinion?
Or you shouldn't to have any sex connections during the pregnation of surrogacy.
So you should refrain from having sex while your surrogate baby is growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, prevent this problem from happening. Good, good. Good, really good thoughts and comments. How about number 4? How does surrogacy compare to foster parenting?
So you need to explain what does it mean foster parenting.
Good, glad you asked. Foster parenting is similar to adoption, except that you don't actually adopt the baby. So you might be a foster parent for a year, only 1 year. You might be a foster parent for 5 years. I do have a little, I know one person who has been a foster parent for many, many years. She's my cousin, though she's my mother's age. She's nearly 60. But she's my cousin, and she has been a foster parent to many children. So usually a foster parent takes in a child who is older, a child who maybe can't be adopted.
It's like nursery or not?
Like what? Excuse me?
Nursery or not? Nurse?
Kind of. It's usually when they're usually older children. Yeah, because babies get adopted much more easily than 5-year-olds. And 5-year-olds get adopted much more easily than 15-year-olds. So a lot of foster children are 10 years old.
When you start being a foster parent, you know when are you going to stop being that or no?
Ooh, good question. I'm not sure. I think so. I think there's like an agreement that you'll do it for a year or for 2 years because the child needs a little bit of stability. But I also think that you can stop being a foster parent. For example, I've heard of teenagers in a foster home where the teenager runs away or starts using drugs.
Well, I guess if you do this for a long time, then you become a stepfather.
Yeah, I'd say it's similar to being a step parent. Yeah. Other comments on that one? Yeah. I guess I would say how it compares is with surrogacy, we're dealing with babies, whereas foster parenting is usually older children. So older children, of course, have a more developed personality. They also have experiences, maybe bad experiences, so they carry that with them. So it's maybe a little more challenging to be a foster parent. All right. Okay, let's look at our 5th one. What is your opinion about social surrogacy? And should surrogacy be limited to women who are infertile? I forgot what social surrogacy is, personally. So I'm just going to quickly go back and look. I know we read about it.
I think by the law it shouldn't be limited for women. But frankly speaking, in modern world, it's a very populated situation to don't have a child, don't have a children, because like the friend of mine just recently said, your egg, my egg, don't save the world from extinction. We have a lot of people right now in the world, about 7 billion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so social surrogacy is the rich women who just don't want to carry a baby. Yeah, so should that be, well, we've already said a little bit, a couple of us, what our opinion on that is. I am inclined to agree with Oleg. I think social surrogacy is selfish. There are many, many babies who don't have a family, who need a family.
Yeah.
So if you simply don't want to be pregnant, there's lots of babies already there.
But
Anyone
in
else?
this, yes, I have.
Yeah.
But in
Yes.
this case, I think in this case we treat the babies like a goods.
Yeah. Say more about that.
So is that right?
That we're treating babies like goods.
Yes. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah. I think with social surrogacy, certainly. It's as if there's something, oh, I want a baby, I'll just go to the store and buy a baby.
I think this is terrible, in my opinion. Terrible.
But say that again?
I think this is bad to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's selfish, like you said.
Yeah. Can anyone see? Could anyone say the opposite opinion, just for discussion's sake?
Well, the discussion I will say is if it's legal, you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's legal, you can do it. And to play the devil's advocate, another argument I know at least Americans would say is, well, I have the money and this surrogate mother needs the money, so I can do what I want.
But why this man can't go to orphanages, or how to say, orphaned house to adopt any child?
Yeah, the excuse for them will be because I want my child to be with my own eggs and sperm. That will be the explanation.
Yeah, well said, well said.
It's really weird because personally I don't understand this point.
Yes,
Yeah, I think the woman should experience that lady, the chance that she has to be a mother, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
It is painful, of course, but still, if you want the baby, you have to do it.
And if you're that attached to the idea of it being your egg and your sperm, then you should be willing to suffer for that, maybe.
My brother did the most easy thing. He just find another woman.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Frankly speaking, yeah.
Wow. Oh, funny. Anyone else? Any comments on anything in this topic or anything?
Yes, I have one. Here is we have saying say the baby carrying his family blood. So what if the mother wake up one day and she said, "This baby not belong to us." So what is the situation of this baby? Will be.
So in the case of a surrogate baby, suddenly the mom wakes up and is like, oh, this baby doesn't carry our blood. We don't want it anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
I think, as Anatoly said earlier, I think that's where there is suffering for the child, where maybe the child isn't so lucky because they're missing that blood connection.
Yeah, because in this situation, that's the only victim in this, the baby, the child.
Yeah, I could see that as well, being an issue that comes up. This really good discussion. Does anyone else have any last comments or concluding statements? Anything at all?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you all. This has been one of the more exciting discussions. I've really enjoyed it. So with that, if you liked this, I'll certainly be doing more discussion starters lessons in the future, and I hope you all will join me.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
It
Thank you,
was
Bye.
great.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.